Hi, Tyler. I hope this video finds you doing well. Again, my apologies for taking so long to get this video to you, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. And this may go relatively quickly, but the beauty is you can always replay it or stop and pause and follow along as you're logged in also. So as you know, this is your website. We can make any changes that you want. If we have a different photo or different photos or some different text, we can go ahead and add those anytime. It's quick and easy to do. With that being said, let me just go over some of the basics, and I'm sorry if it's very too basic for you, but repetition is the key to learning. So just let me cover this real quickly. This is your header area here. It appears on the top of every page. Down at the bottom, we have your footer area, and your footer area appears on the bottom of every page. And then obviously this is the body of every web page that you will have access and ability to change and edit. What you're worried about, or excuse me, what you mentioned to me was changing the hours that you're open. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on that right now. And the thing that I want to point out to you is that this is in your footer area of your website. And what all you end up doing is I put a login at the bottom of every page. So if you just click login, be patient while it loads. It'll take you to the login page. I've sent you your username and password already. So you've got that. Just go ahead and log in. It may ask you for about two-factor authentication. You can skip that if it asks you that on that device, your computer that you're using. You can go ahead and skip it. But with that being said, I am now logged into the back end of your website. I'm logged in under Tyler Weber's name here, as you can see up in the top right-hand corner. And then what I want to mention to you, this is the back end. This is considered the dashboard down the left-hand side of the web page. And then across the top, these are shortcuts that you can find underneath some of these different menus here, but these are ones that you'll use more often. They'll take you more quickly to where you want to get to most likely. With that being said, if I want to visit the page or see the home page or the page itself, you just click the area up here, the top left-hand corner, and click it again, or I could have clicked on dashboard. It takes us back to the back end of the website. We were just looking at the front end of the website. This is the back end of the website. And what I want to mention to you is that I showed you earlier that you're worried about, or you want to change right now, worried about focusing on changing the hours that you're open. So that's in the footer area, as I mentioned before. If you were just going to change the web page itself, you'd be using Builder. And here are the different pages that you have in your website. You have them both listed here: home, contact, community, about. You can read them for yourself. And the same list is here. Now, I'll show you in a later video why you'd go here to the back end of the pages, but here you're going to be working on the front end, being the builder part of each page, maybe changing colors or photos or text. But at this time today, right now for this short video, you are focusing on the footer area. The footer area and the header area are both considered templates. And so you just hover over this area here and you go ahead and click on footer. But yeah, I could have got to it a different way if I went under Beaver Themer layouts, templates, clicked on that, I could have got to footer. But this here, it takes me right here, hover over it, get to footer. Footer's area is going to open up for editing, so just be patient while it loads. And here comes your footer area. It's saying this might be the first time that you've used Builder. And so I'll just go ahead and use this offering to do the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and click yes, just for your benefit. And so what it's showing you up here is over on the top side, when you go to your Beaver Builder area, which we'll go to in a minute, is that you have all types of templates that are available to you. You'll see those elsewhere. You can add rows, and as you see here for your header area, you have a row right here. It's one row and it's got 3 columns, so that would be this one right here, and then you can change the size of it. So this is 1 column, your menu is a 2nd column, this text over here is a 3rd column. That's what this one is here. This will make more sense as you play around with this a little bit more. And then in each one of the columns, you can add content, or what's called a module or a widget, and then put the content in there. So here you can see in this column, we have a photo. It's an image of your logo. And then here in this module or widget, we have a menu, and that's in that area of that row. And then here we have the text, or text editor area right here in that particular modular widget in that column. So Again, we're just quickly going through the tutorial to show you where the different things are basically laid out. Here you'd end up clicking edit content, and what happens is, as you'll see when we play with this, is as you hover over different areas, they have the ability to edit them by clicking on a wrench or just clicking on the wrenches themselves. And then you can always add more content, another row, another column, whatever you want to keep expanding or deleting, you can go ahead and do. That's explaining there. And then there's helpful tools up here in the top left-hand corner of every page. If you click on the down arrow, you'll have more options and things to play with. But at this time, most of them you're not going to be dealing with at first anyway, maybe ever. And then all you do is click done and publish, and your changes are updated. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. It says go ahead and get started. So you can play again. It may offer you to do the tutorial again. It may not, but right now we're not going to go there. Here you are. I mentioned to you is that we clicked on the footer template. And so now we have the ability to go to, we can't edit the header area. You see how up here, there's no way for me to edit it. And there's no way for me to edit the body of this web page because we're not editing the web page. We're editing the footer area. So again, let me just show you. When I hover over this area, nothing highlights. Hover over this area, nothing highlights. Scroll down to the footer area because that's the area that we went to. Now we have the ability to edit the different modules or widgets. And so again, you saw a minute ago that you could create a row here. And so this looks like a 4-column row. So I could drop this in right here just for example's sake. And it's not going to spread out to full width. But then I could start to actually drag and drop these things, modules or widgets, into the different columns that we created on this row. But again, that's not what you asked for. On this particular video, you were really concerned about changing the hours. So with that being said, here we are in the footer area. And as you hover over the different modules or widgets, you see there's a wrench. You don't have to click on the wrench. You can just click on the module or widget itself. But if you click on the module, on the wrench itself, then this opens up. Here's you've used Word or other types of HTML editors before. I don't know why they hide this little options here. So if this area does not show, you may decide to go ahead and click this button here, and you'll have more. It's a toggle on and off for additional options. And so if you wanted to change the color of the font or the size of the font, you can do that here. Do some of the other things that you may or may not want to do, indenting, etc. A lot of that you're not going to deal with right now. But you did want to change the hours. So, you know, if you're not open until 5 o'clock, you're only open to 3. All you do is click that there. This looks like a little advertising that's showing up. So I'm going to click no thanks. And so I changed that to 3. And then I'd end up clicking save. And then I'd end up clicking done and publish. And then the change would actually end up showing. And you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, that's what that shows. But I don't know your hours. So I'm going to go ahead and just click the box, the module or widget, change this back to 5 o'clock. If I can't get my cursor there, using the arrows, and then get that save. And now it's back to 5 o'clock. And then I would just click done and publish, and then that change will be made. Now here we've put the modular widget using this wrench, their map settings. And then here, this particular is for the text editor like you've seen before. This looks like an image. That's a photo setting. And this here again, photo setting. And then we just have a blank area here and a blank column here. So I said area, I should have said column. So here, I'll just show you 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. And then I divided this other column up twice. Well, Tyler, I've rambled on a little bit, but what I'll do, since I'm boring you here and I still got your attention a little bit anyway, I'm going to hit done. And again, you'd end up clicking publish. I'm going to hit discard to make sure I didn't make any changes. You really want to discard those changes, yes. And then what I want to show you is if you decide you want to start changing pages, which I'll make you a totally separate video. I'll do everything for you if you just email me. But, you know, you may decide to get a little fancy, play around. You're bored someday at work, which it happens very often. But what I'll show you here is that if you go to Builder and then go to Home or any one of the pages that you wanted to edit, again, we're not going, let me go backwards here. I want to show you something so that I don't confuse you. You have pages here in Builder. It's the same list as I mentioned before. If you go to Pages, what this will do is this will allow you or me at a later date that you can enter in some search engine optimization information, which is extremely helpful for, let me see here. Here's your SEO information. So here, Yoast SEO is a tool I've added for you, and you can add in, you can edit your snippet, which appears in a website or underneath a photo on this particular one. But you can see that you can add all types of additional description here. Cincinnati, friendly, helpful, whatever else you wanted to say. And this would help search engines find and rank your website higher. So with that being said, what I wanted to then show you was the builder part, because again, I'm going to go to the home page, being the front page of it using Builder. Now this opens up. Now I still cannot edit the header area, and now I cannot edit the footer area, which we were just doing 3 minutes ago or 2 minutes ago, whatever time has lapsed. But now what I can do is I can edit the page itself using the Builder tool. So again, I've got the same tool, the wrench, or just click on the module or widget. And you can see as I hover over the different areas, this is actually the wrench for the row itself. And this is the wrench for the row, has a background image of a nice looking truck here. And then this particular row is just a blank, not blank, it's a white background. But then this particular wrench is for the text editor. And this particular wrench is for the row. But then you hover over the different areas, and then you can edit and change the particular module or widget that's on the page. So with that being said, I'll just point out to you quickly, this is actually not an image. This is what's called a call out. And you can see when I hover over the wrench, it tells me it's a call out. And what a call out is, it actually has 3 parts to it. It has the photo, title, and the text, and it stays together. And why that's important is because then you can move a call out or put it elsewhere on a page, whatever the case may be. Whereas, let me put this back. Whereas if this was not a call out and I had separate images or text editors, like here, then you would just be taking the text editor and put it different places, which I don't want it there, so I'm going to put it back down here. So I've kept you long enough on this video. Thank you for watching this. And you click done and then publish. And I hopefully did not make any changes, which I don't think I did. And that's what would have ended up happening. So that's it. Tyler, thanks again. Let me know what else you want to learn. I'll create the short video. I'll try not to be so verbose, but again, thanks for your time. Take care, Tyler. Thanks again. Bye-bye.